This is a wheel you see me rocking in my last few videos, but let me show you this beauty up close and explain why this concept stole my heart. Pokornyi Engineering have been loved from the DIY community for years with his projects, but here and there he is creating ready-to-use units for people who don't have the skills or the time like me, and after the successful LMDH we tested here previously, he came with that incredible concept of the GTB and the rally Buttonbox, which are super versatile and can be used with wide range of steering wheels and much our own preferences. To make things clear, Pokornyi sent both of those here for test and review, but I will start with the GTB as I saw he's running pre-order till the end of this month, and for those who will be interested can save €100, which makes the deal even better. However, this by any means is not the most affordable gear on the market, but €550 before VAT in pre-order, built from quality parts with display and all the features we'll ever need, is still a very good deal in the current high-end market. So, aluminum back case and aluminum front shroud for the display and buttons, 4mm carbon faceplate makes it as rigid as a button plate can get, even if the way it's used is absolutely overkill, but I will explain later. 8 push buttons illuminated with 4 LEDs each, having full color and telemetry control, warnings, flags, whatever we need, 2 thumb rotaries with aluminum knobs, 2 7-way switches, 1 of each side, and 4 aluminum knobs for the foreign colors in the middle, which also are illuminated on the back with many individual LEDs for different effects. The buttons have short travel tactile feeling, similar to those from Cube controls, but like 20% lighter, which makes them okay. It doesn't have that spring load in compression like some of my favorite buttons, but still good enough to feel the action. Thumb rotaries are on the medium stiffness as well, which in this case of use is good thing, as with some stiffer models sometimes loading the knob with my thumb to overcome the threshold I hit 2 inputs, but with that stiffness and spacing between inputs I can be precise with 1 input at the time. However, with the middle encoders, which are the same but with smaller knob diameter from the thumbs, they feel a bit stiffer, the space between inputs smaller, and sometimes I hit 2 instead of 1 input. You can see how same rotaries, different size knobs gives totally different feel and result. They are also pushable, but I never use that action for the thumbs, as sometimes in harsh racing I can activate that input unintentionally. About the 7-way switches, they feel just like the rest I have in other wheels, but one thing I like is the shape of the knob, which gives really good grip. In quick summary, feeling is always subjective matter, but what I can say is I won't rate the action with each input as my favorite, but still feels good enough for my personal like. This here, however, is the DIY project, and I use different stickers which are like the ones used in the LMPH model and give nice shape, but the original stickers which comes with the kit are very high quality and plugs doesn't bleed any light. Just one thing to notice is, as the button caps are flat, be patient applying those in the dead center for the best possible result. Moving to the next feature is the 4.3-inch Vocro screen, which we all know is great and used with SimHub. Choices are endless, but Pokornyi provide his own layout too. And on the side and the top of the screen we will find 20 rev LED lights for more effects. So, fully cube plate loaded with all the features we will ever need for €550 before VAT in pre-order is, in my opinion, very competitive price. However, it is not equipped with shifters, and as most of us will need those, they are separate purchase, and we'll need also extra plate which is made of carbon, and the shifters are in aluminum body with carbon plates for extra €109 and €20 for the plate. It is also possible to attach clutches. There is a little cover on the back of the case leading to the connection slots, and the only thing I will criticize about that beautiful build is the shifter cables, which are visible, but as I am in front of the wheel all the time, I never see this imperfection, so it's not that huge deal breaker for me personally. Now, the best part of that design, and my favorite one, is we can use it with different style rims, and in my case I use it with Cube controls, which is one of my personal favorite in terms of comfort, and I just love how they fit together. In 300mm size there is enough space for my thumbs, and I love that the box fits on top of the rim and not behind. Just absolutely premium look with fully populated face of buttons and encoders. Such a brilliant design. I love it. Once it's attached to the steering wheel, that plate takes almost zero of the forces from the force feedback, and the only flex we'll take will be from the rim we choose. Also, comfort will be our own choice, and I'm more than happy with mine, but if you have something else in mind, it's just up to you. Another thing I notice is because of the shape of the plate, the screen sits a bit higher than some other builds, and in my sitting position covers the in-game dash and makes it a bit more easy to look at it and gather information. Now, let's compare this build with some other top choices and get a bit more objective idea where it stands against the competition. Making the full calculation, adding in the total price shifters and shifter plate plus spacer if we need one, that will bring the cost up to €685 before VAT, and in my case I use a bit expensive wheel, but let's say we spend something between 120 to 200 for a rim. Total cost will be around 1K for most of us, including taxes, and for what we get I believe is really good deal if we compare it to Cube controls, Soelpec, GSI and other popular racing wheels with so many features and display on top, which cost around 1.5K and above. Of course, some of the wheels I mentioned above have maybe little better encoders or better feel with the buttons, or some have even bigger screen, but in general the build quality is about the same. Adding to the competition the Simagic and Moza, they are a bit cheaper, even including quick release and clutches, but they don't support SimHub, and even the FX Pro is just for the Simagic bases only. I also think that the best feature of the GTB is the rim choices. That makes it super versatile. Take notice, the waiting time on this discount pre-order is a bit long, which you have to consider, and after the end of the month the price will be up to €650, which is still competitive with the current market. All that being said, for the DIY lovers who want to build this cutie themselves, you can get the entire project from Pokornyi for €30, in which you will find the DIY guide with step-by-step explanation plus links for every part you will need to complete the button plate. They also offer their own parts like aluminum back case, carbon face plate, front aluminum shroud, PCB board, and in general there are some really cool projects for those who enjoy do it themselves. No matter which way you want to go, there is no question that this is some beautiful engineering, and I only complain, aesthetically speaking, are the shifter cables. Next will be the rally model, but till then, happy racing everyone.